Colby, 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 Math.com.
On the front page of this assignment, you're identifying the least common multiple of sets of numbers the hard way by listing multiples of the numbers, and we'll learn the easy way in an upcoming lesson. But I'd like to do problem number 3 with you because we're trying to find the least common multiple of 6, 9, and 27. The harder problem is actually probably problem number 1, so if you got frustrated with problem number 1, you should go back to it. You need to make quite a long list of multiples of 9 and 16 before you find the least common multiple. When we say least common multiple, we're referring to the least common positive multiple because 0 is a multiple of every number, and that would be common, of course, but it's not useful in problem solving. So if I make this list of multiples of 6, 6 is 1 6, 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18. I go to my list of 9s. 1 9 is 9, 2 9s is 18. So 18 is common for both 6 and 9. And if we were just trying to find the LCM of 6 and 9, we'd be done. But we were also trying to find the LCM of 6, 9, and 27. 27 is 1 times 27. 2 times 27 is 54. Let's go back up to the 6s. 18 was 3 6s. 4 6s is 24. 5 6s is 30, 6 6s is 36. Go back to the 9s. 2 9s is 18, 3 9s is 27, 4 9s is 36. We've got a common multiple again for 6 and 9, but not 27. So keep going. 5 9s is 45, 6 9s is 54. Now we've got 54 in these two lists, so let's go on with the 6s. 7 6s is 42. 8 6s is 48, and 9 6s is 54. And so there's our first and least common multiple of 6, 9, and 27. If I continue these lists, when we get to 108, we'd find another common multiple, but the least common multiple, the most useful one for problem solving or for combining like terms when adding fractions or subtracting fractions with the common denominator would be 54. I also want to do problem number if I can find it, problem number 6 with you. On problem 6, we're finding the greatest common factor of two numbers. And so we'll find a more efficient method of doing this in an upcoming lesson as well, but for now let's use our UT method. And during the pause, find all of the factors of 36 and all of the factors of 90. Then compare, look at all the common factors in both of these UT diagrams and see if you can find the greatest common factor, the largest one they share. Do that during the pause and come back and see how you did.
Paused.
Okay, if I'm constructing the UT diagram for 36, I'll start with 1 multiplied by 36 as my first factor pair. 36 is divisible by 2 because it's an even number. 2 multiplied by 18 is 36. 36 is divisible by 3 because 3 12s is 36. It's also divisible by 4 because 4 multiplied by 9 is 36. It's not divisible by 5, but it is divisible by 6 because 6 times 6 is 36. And make the U. Something interesting in the identifying all factors of 36, it appears that we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 factors, but in fact we only have 9. Because I have 2, 4, 6, 8, and I wouldn't count the 6 twice. So whenever you have a perfect square like 36, you get an odd number of factors. That's an important point for competitive mathematics, but also just an interesting thing to know for any mathematician. When I'm identifying all the factors of 90, I'll start with 1 multiplied by 90. It's divisible by 2. 2 45s is 90. 3 multiplied by 30 is 90. 90 is not divisible by 4 because I would need to double my 2, but then I cannot half my 45 and get a whole number quotient, or factor. But it is divisible by 5 because 5 times 18 is 90. And if you didn't know that, you would do it on the side. You know it's divisible by 5 because the 1's digit is a 0. But to get the other factor in the pair, you just do some division if you need to. Is it divisible by 6? Well, I could double my 3 to get 6, and I could half my 30. And half of 30 is 15. So 6 multiplied by 15 is 90. Is it divisible by 7? 1 7 is 7. Subtract and I get a 2. Bring down a 0. 3 7s is 21, and this is 20. This isn't going to work. 7's no good. We don't have to try 8 because 4 would need to be in the list. Can't be divisible by 8 if it's not divisible by 4. Of course it's divisible by 9 because 9 multiplied by 10 is 90. And then we don't need to check 10 because 10's already in the list, so you make the U. Now, we're trying to find the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor. Common means shared, so the greatest factor that's shared by both numbers. Well, there are many factors that are shared by both numbers. 1 is shared by both numbers, as is 2. 2 is a factor common to both numbers. 3 is a common factor for both numbers, and so is 6, and so is 9. 12 is not. 18 is, however. 36 is not. So the greatest factor they share would be 18. The greatest common factor would be 18. I hope that helped with the homework. I'll see you in the morning.